Welcome to my channel. I'm Roseanne. For those of you that are new, thank you so much for watching. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between TSA Precheck and global entry. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and click the bell. And so every time I post a new video, you'll get notified. So TSA Precheck. I've talked about that a lot. It's, it's a low cost, $78 for 5 years now. They lowered the cost, and you can get through the security line a lot quicker than if you don't have TSA Precheck. In March of 2023, they did a survey and found that 93% of the travelers spent 5 minutes or less in line going through security through the TSA Precheck. So the process of TSA Precheck is you need to fill out an application. It's managed by TSA, which is Transportation Security Administration. They're the ones who manage the TSA Precheck process. There are around 500 airports where you can go and enroll in TSA Precheck. TSA Precheck gets you through the United States airports as you're going into the airport while you're in the United States. So what they do when you sign up for TSA Precheck is they do a background check. They make sure that you're a low-risk traveler. And if you manage to make all of those requirements, you get a KTN, which is a known traveler number. And that number needs to be attached to all of your airline reservations. And that's how they can determine whether you have TSA Precheck. And if you do that, then you will see on your boarding pass that it definitely says TSA Precheck. And then that's why you can get through the line. Now, what's the difference between TSA Precheck and global entry? Well, global entry is coming back into the United States, and TSA Precheck is included with global entry. Now, global entry has a far fewer airports where you can enroll. So what the process is for global entry is you need to fill out an application, and there are a lot of credit cards out there that will reimburse you for that charge, or they'll pay you for that to sign up for global entry. So you have to fill out an application. Then they review you in the background, and then you get either a conditional approval or you get a denial. Now, if you get a conditional approval, it can take up to 4 to 6 months for you to be able to get an appointment to go into one of those airport sites and book an appointment for an interview. So they need to interview you, and then if you get approved, then they'll fingerprint you. And so the benefit of getting global entry is so when you come back as an international traveler, you don't have to go through the line. You can go through a kiosk, and it makes your entry a lot faster. Now, global entry is not run by the TSA. It's run by the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. So it's a different organization that's running it. And like I said, you do get TSA Precheck if you qualify for global entry. Another difference between TSA Precheck and global entry is that TSA Precheck has a KTN number. Global entry has a PASS ID, PASS-ID. And that's the number that you would put into your KTN number on your when you're booking your flights. So that's the difference in terms of your in terms of your number identifying you as a global entry person. Another difference between TSA Precheck and global entry is that global entry, you do not need to be a U.S. citizen. You can be a legal resident of the United States, and there are some countries that qualify that you can get a global entry as well. So what you need to do in order to start the application process is you must have a passport. That's the first thing to do. You need a passport, you need to fill out the application, and like I said, you'll either get conditionally approved or not, and then you do an interview. Now, with the difference also between TSA Precheck and global entry is that Global entry can take months. It could take months to get an appointment, and it could take months to actually get it. But if you're an international traveler and you get that conditional authorization, go for it. I think it's a little more money than TSA Precheck, but you get the benefits if you're an international traveler. And it also helps you get in and out of Canada and Mexico as well. And now, speaking of Canada and Mexico, there is another program that's specific to those two countries. So there's a program called Nexus. It's only $50 to join. It includes TSA Precheck. It's more land travel from the United States to Canada. There's a special line that you could either walk through or drive through that identifies you as a Nexus holder, and you can go travel between Canada and the United States a lot easier than if you just had your passport. And the Nexus card is like having a passport when you go to those regions. What you need to do when you apply for a Nexus card is that you need to have an appointment at a border entry location. And that's the same with Mexico. And Mexico's program is called Sentry. And Sentry works the same as it does as Nexus works for Canada, is usually to get in by land. You drive through the lanes. That is for Sentry, and you can also walk through. So if you go to Canada or Mexico, those are two really good options. And like I said, it includes TSA Precheck. Now, another tip for global entry, if there isn't an airport near you and you want to apply and to get, an appointment for an interview, you can plan your trip. So for example, if you're going to be having a layover in Salt Lake City or in, one of those big airports where global entry has a station or an office, you can plan to have a long layover and do your interview there. And there's creative ways to make that happen as well. So the bottom line is that there are a lot of programs out there to help you get in and out of the airport smoothly. It's just a matter of applying, paying the fees if you want to, and hoping that you get approved. And so I hope that this has been really helpful. One of my subscribers had asked to do something more in depth around global entry. If you're not an international traveler and you don't travel a lot internationally, then there's just no point in getting global entry. There's no benefit to that, but there certainly is a benefit to TSA Precheck. So I hope this has been helpful. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. Have a really great week, and ciao for now. Bye.